Are vegans and vegetarians predisposed to eating disorders? Exploring the intricate connection between dietary preferences and mental well being, dealing into research backed presupposition on dietary habits and psychological tendencies, uncover the truth behind complex topics. Vegetarianism and eating disorder. Increased prevalence. Research indicates that up to 50% of individuals diagnosed with intestinal identify as vegetarian. This is notably higher when it compares to general populations where vegetarianism ranges from approximately 6% to 35%. This especially suggests that vegetarianism may be more common among those who eat disorders than in the barrier community, raising questions about the relations between dietary choices and disorders eating behavior. Observed trends. Multiple studies have constantly demonstrated higher rates of the vegetarianism within eating disorder populations. These observes suggest a politics policies link between adopting a vegetarian diet and a persuasive of development of eating disorder. However, it's important to note that these trends do not establish a diet cause and effect relationship. Further investigation is needed to understand underlying factors contributing to the association. Motivations for restrictions. Weight control. For some individuals, the primary motivations for adopting a vegetarian diet is weight control. This may stem from a desire to manage their body weight, maintain some physical or inherent or previous social standards of beauty. They may view vegetarianism as a way to restrict their caloric intake or limit the consumption of certain types of food. Social appliance. In certain social circles or communities, vegetarianism may be seen as a more socially acceptable form of dietary restrictions. Individuals may feel that it allows them to fit in with their peers, gain approval from family members, or align with sophisticated cultures or ethic values. Eating disorders. A specific A significant percentage of individuals with eating disorders has a connection between their vegetarianism and their disorders eating behavior. They may view vegetarianism as a way to justify or conceal their restrictions eating habits or as a means to exert control over their food intake. Colonization versus causative. Lack of proof. While vegetarianism may be more prevalent in individuals with eating disorders, there is no defined evidence to suggest that vegetarianism directly causes these disorders, does not equal causation, and specifics of one does not automatically imply the other. Temporal order. In many cases, eating disorders develop before the adoption of a vegetarian diet. This suggests that the dietary choose may be a manufacture of underlying disorders rather than a cause. The timeline of events is crucial in understanding the true nature of their relationship. Complex relationship. Systematic reviews and compensation studies indicate a neutral and intricate relationship between vegetarianism and eating disorder. These reviews often highlight confounding factors and suggest the need of further research to fully understand the nature and direction of the association. Key studies and data. 1. Dieting can predict future eating disorders. 2. Vegetarianism is often seen in eating disorder cases. 3. Vegetarianism may hide disorder eating. Research limitations. Many studies are cross-sectional concerning data at a single point in time, which limits the ability to establish temporal relationships between vegetarianism and eating disorder. Further longitude studies and comprehensive data sets are needed to better understand the complex interplays between vegetarianism, eating disorders, and other confounding factors. Lack of clear definitions for vegetarian subtypes and firm motivations behind adopting these diets makes it challenging to draw defined conclusions. It is difficult to isolate whether their dietary choices are driven by high concerns, ethical considerations, or disordered eating patterns, complaining the analysis. Ethical considerations. Ethical reasons. Diet chosen for excessive reasons such as concerns for environment, animal rights, or social justice issues is less likely to be associated with disordered eating patterns. Motivation matters. Understanding the motivation behind adopting a vegetarian or vegan diet is cultural. Is it driven by genetic health concerns, a desire for weight loss, or committed to welfare? If it's a vegetarian, if it's a vegetarian which prioritizes animals' rights and environment sustainability, is often associated with a more positive and balanced relationship with food, as it promotes mindful cons- consumption and reduce the force of weight or body image. Vegetarianism, a marker, not a matter for eating disorders. Individual psychological factors. Underlying issues like anxiety and body image disorders are predictive than diet. Complex codoline not constant. Vegetarianism can be a way disaster or realizing existing disorder eating behavior. Professional assignment is the key. Clinicals need to thoroughly assess motivations behind dietary choices in suspect eating disorder.